Hi everyone, welcome back. Today you are going to learn how to divide polynomials. There are two methods that you can use to divide polynomials. You can use the long division method or you can use the synthetic method. I am going to show you how to use the long division method. It is pretty much similar to the way you would use long division if you were given a 4-digit number and you wanted to divide it by a 2-digit number, and this is going back to, say, 3rd grade math. It's the same concept we're going to use. Okay, so let's get right into it. Now, if you're given the polynomial, right, and it will say 3y to the 2nd power plus 2y minus 16, and you're going to divide it by y minus 2. Okay? Now, one thing that you need to know, we're going to set it up the same way that we would have set up if we were using a long division method, where we know that this is going to be our divisor, this is our dividend, and this is going to be our quotient, and whatever left is going to be our remainder. Okay, that's going to be your remainder. So we're going to set it up the same way. Notice that not all the time you will have the variable x. It could be a variable y or a letter of the alphabet. So the divisor here would be y minus 2, and the dividend would be 3y to the 2nd power plus 2y minus 16. And we're going to use the long division method here. Now, the first thing that you need to know is that because we have the exponent here, the highest exponent here is 2, the next one is 1, and then you have the monomial constant. And you are going to divide by the first term of this binomial. This is a trinomial. Sometimes you may have more than a trinomial, like just a regular polynomial, or you might just have a binomial. So we are going to divide 3y to the 2nd power by y first, and then you're going to follow through. So 3y to the 2nd power divided by y, we are going to apply the laws of exponent, where we keep the base and subtract the exponent when we're dividing. So 3y into 3y to the 2nd power divided by y is going to be simply 3y. But we are not going to put it over 3y to the 2nd power. Right now, we're going to put it over the next one, which would be the invisible one. So we always, our quotient is usually one exponent less than the given polynomial. All right, or answer for the quotient. So we're going to have here 3y. We're going to put it right here, 3y here. Okay, so we have our 3y there, and then we are going to multiply the 3y by the y. We always get the same thing that we had the first term of the dividend. Always get that, and that is going to cancel out when we subtract. So we always subtract. Now we're going to multiply the 3y by the -2 here, and we're going to get -6y, and we put it there. But we already know that we have to minus, so we're going to put a minus sign beside this. And because we have the minus sign there, 2 minus signs side by side is going to change into a positive sign. So now we're going to add these because it has changed to a positive sign. So 2y plus 6y is going to be 8y. All right, we have our 8y. We're going to bring down our -16 here. So now we have another set of terms here. We are going to divide again. We are going to say 8y divided by y is simply going to be 8, and it's positive 8, so you put plus 8 here. And you are going to multiply that 8 with y, which is going to be 8y. Subtract that, that is going to cancel out. Multiply the 8 with the -2, that is going to be negative 16. But once again, because we're subtracting, let's put the subtract sign beside the negative 16, and it's going to turn into a positive sign here. Change your sign, guys. If you don't change your sign, you are going to run into difficulties. This is where a lot of students end up with the wrong answer, because you did not put that minus sign that you have here because you're subtracting beside the negative and then change your sign. You have to change your sign. Obviously, if it was a plus here and you have a minus, it would become a minus, okay? Still subtracting. So just be aware of that. Now you have negative 16 plus 16, that is going to give you 0. So your remainder here is 0. 0 is your remainder, all right? Now your answer is going to be written as this. This is the answer. 3y plus 8, okay? That is your answer. There's no remainder. The remainder is 0, I should say, okay? The remainder is 0, so you have nothing over the divisor in this case. But if you had a remainder, we'll put it over the divisor. Now I'm going to show another example where if you did not have, if you had a term that was missing, we have to use a place value, all right? I'm going to show you an example with that one, all right? So bear with me. Let me get rid of this first, and then we move on. Okay, so the next one that I want to do is going to be 4x to the third power plus 6x minus 2. And I'm going to divide that by x minus 3. Okay? So we're going to set it up the same way. All right? Leave the space there. We are going to put our x minus 3 here. Now we notice that we have x to the third power, and this is an invisible 1 here. Remember, I tell you we don't write it there, it's invisible 1, because we're going from the third power, the exponent is 3, and then to a 1. We have to put a place value. So I'm going to put a plus, and I'm going to have my x to the second power there, plus 6x minus 2. But I'm going to go back now, and I'm going to put a 0 here as my place value for my x to the second power. You have to do that. If you don't put a 0 there, your answer will be incorrect. Okay? All right. So let's go through this. So 4x to the third power divided by x is going to give you 4x to the second power. Once again, you're not going to write it over the 4x to the third power. You must write it over, go one space over. So write it over the x to the second power. So I'm going to have 4x to the second power. That 4x to the second power multiplied by x is going to be 4x to the third power. That is going to be a minus sign, cancels out. Then you are going to take that 4x to the second power, multiply it by negative 3. That is going to give you negative 12x to the second power. So that negative 12x to the second power, remember now, you are subtracting. You're going to change your sign here. So this is going to give you a positive number here. So it's going to be plus x to the second power. You're going to bring down your plus 6x there. Okay, always bring down your term. So now you're going to say, okay, 12x to the second power divided by x, that is going to be plus 12x. All right, plus 12x. Then you're going to multiply your 12x by your x. You're going to get 12x to the second power. Subtract, that is supposed to be canceled out. You cancel that one out, right? And then you are going to multiply your 12x times your negative 3, and you are going to get negative 36x. All right, don't forget your x, negative 36x. Now, once again, remember, you have the negative side from sign from here, put it beside it, and then you're going to change your sign, your symbol here. Change it to plus. So this now, 6 plus 36 is going to be 42x, and 42x, you bring down your -2 there, and you bring down your -2. X into 42x is going to simply be 42, so you have plus 42 here, and then x times that, you get 42x, and 42 times 3, that's 3 times, that's 36 there, 3 to 6, 126, so you get 126, negative 126. Your minus sign again, you are going to put your symbol there, change it to a plus sign. All right, and this is going to give you positive 124. So you have a remainder here. This is your remainder, 124. So in order to write the answer, you're going to write it as this. This is going to be your answer. 4, that's your quotient, 4x to the second power plus 12x plus 42 plus 124 over the divisor, which is x minus 3. So notice that in this scenario, you have a remainder here, okay? And the remainder is 124 over the divisor, which is x minus 3. Now you can check your answer, because I always tell my students, check your answer. So in order to check your answer, you are going to multiply, right, your x minus 3 times your 4x times this. Let's write down here, x minus 3 times your 4x squared plus 12x plus 42. Always check your work. Always. All right? X times 4x squared is going to be 4x to the third power. X times 12x is going to be plus 12x squared. X times 42 is going to be 42x. And then you are going to multiply your -3 times each of the terms here. So -3 times 4x is going to be -12x to the second power. -3 times 12x is going to be -36x. -3 times 42 is going to be 126, -126. Combine all your like terms here. All right, so you're adding now all your like terms. You get 4x to the third power. This is going to cancel out. So that's where your 0x comes into play. So you can put 0x squared. All right, or you can just not write it there now because I told you that's what we would have. Then you have plus 42x minus 36 would be positive 6x. And you have minus 126. But the key thing here to remember, you have the 126 there, right? Because -3 times that, you get the 126. You have the 124 here, all right? So your 124, which is a remainder, you're going to add it to this and make it a 124. This is where you're going to add your remainder, all right? Add your remainder there. When in essence, when you do all of this now, you're going to end up with 4x to the third power plus 6x. It's fine if you had the 0x squared here. And then this is going to give you -2. This is taking you back to the original problem here. See? So when you're doing the check, you have to add your remainder with what you get after you multiply out. All right, using distributive property there, you have to add your remainder and double check what you have with your original polynomial that's given to you. Please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Please like and share my videos with others around the world so that they can be knowledgeable on math. So that's it for today, and I will see you shortly. Thank you. Bye now.